It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Next on Madden Football.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Welcome in, football fans. Thanks for joining us. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt here with you. And Brock, on paper, it's not quite the competitive contest that everyone hopes for each week, but projections have us heavily tilted towards one sideline here.
One thing that is cool, Kate, it's been really easy to rally together this week for this team because nothing will unite a football roster, in my experience, than having the whole world against you. Heck, even your own fans at home against you. They don't care if nobody thinks they've got a shot. Those dudes playing today, putting that uniform on, they believe they can do this, and the power of that belief is a big deal.
Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. Danny Gray to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Purdy throwing here to start. He'll get this to Samuel. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Up to the grab by Kaiser White. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Play action now with Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him at the 38. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. From the 43. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. One of the tight ends motioning right. Purdy setting up that play action. Got a man, it's Thomas. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. Motioning one of the tight ends. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that. Down inside the 25. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he gets this forward to the 19. 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They kick the running back in motion. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he goes down approaching that 10-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Cardinals' 2-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal. They send a tight end in motion. McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Now Murray on the play fake. And his first pass falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Play action now. Murray. Ryman there to haul it in. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Devondre Campbell making the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the 49ers will go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun is Purdy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Cardinals football. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. From the 29. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one falls incomplete.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. He's got it. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. New series coming up following the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So here come the 49ers on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now a give, McCaffrey. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now it's Purdy. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Connor on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, it's Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Murray setting up to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Cardinals out for the punt. Back deep for the 49ers, Ronnie Bell. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice gain.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They send Samuel Wright. Purdy on 1st down. Reeled in by George Kittle. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and you give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. Yeah, runs defense to make it a much bigger game.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They send Samuel Wright. 1st down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. DJ Dallas now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Cardinals getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. 1st and 10, Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Fred Warner. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Murray throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
They they would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Kyler throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
First and 10 from the 41. Back to the air, Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Running back sent in motion. Cut by Jennings. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dallas with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. It's Connor again. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. He has the first over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the backfield.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Murray on 3rd down. McBride hauls it in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Murray here on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Right back to Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Three quarters in the books from this one. The Cardinals have it. 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now it's Connor. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Murray to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown! Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. Now Prater on to send it away. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dallas with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now Murray. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to force one through there. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Escapes the puck. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their 1st sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Murray setting up to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And in for the Arizona touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game.
Cardinals 14.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Handoff now out of the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Cardinals going nickel here, 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. That pass is complete to McBride. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Got his man. That's Zay Jones. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
And the Cardinals' 1st down.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Caught near the goal line. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Now a big play for the Cardinals as they go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.